Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 9 of my early campaign where I'm playing as Aragon. And in the last episode I did continue my aggression against the Almohads, and I did push into Granada, and I did take Granada. Initially I did take Morocco as well. I had a little fight in Granada and the Almohads did initially retreat from the Morocco, but then they just simply counterattacked and I retreated because I did not like the looks of that fight. Now, this siege in Granada is going to take quite a while. I'm looking at 9 years before this castle falls, and I did bring down a single artillery piece to help me take this castle, but now with these armies in Morocco, these armies belonging to the Almohads are looking pretty strong, honestly. There's a few units of Almohad urban militia, a couple units of militia sergeants, which are not a bad polearm unit. And, yeah, you know, camel archers, there's a couple units of Gulam bodyguards. Overall, it's not bad. I will say, though, I was looking at the king. So, the king does have an armor upgrade. A few of these units have armor upgrades, too. I need to keep that in mind as well. But the king did run away, I believe. Yeah, because he retreated from Morocco without a fight. And now he picked up this trait, eager to retreat, which means that the army under his command is going to have -2 morale. And then this also says -1 loyalty, and I'm not sure what that applies to. Is that just every single general? Is that every single captain of every unit? I don't know. It doesn't apply to him because the kings don't have a loyalty stat. Because obviously they're loyal to themselves. It's replaced by influence. So what does the -1 loyalty mean? Is that just every single captain of every unit? I'm not quite sure. Now I did just take a little peek at this guy. So if we look at this captain, which is this Zeostar Saharan Cav unit right here, he would be the general of this army if this went into a battle. He has only 2 loyalty. So yeah, I wonder if we would see a civil war here in the Almohads territory just because our king did run away. And yeah, anyway, that's really good for me. That's very, very good because -2 morale in a fight is going to be huge if we end up fighting him in battle. So that is good. However, this situation is very awkward for me. And I've talked about this before. The fact that Morocco borders Granada and Cordoba is very awkward when you're in the north attacking into the south, and it's very advantageous to you when you're in the south attacking to the north. It's just really hard to take both provinces, or it's really hard to take Granada without also taking Morocco. And it did work for me in the last episode where I did attack both provinces at the same time, and I think that's what I have to do again. The thing is, it's hard for me to split my forces up between these 2 provinces and defend both of them without knowing where they're going to attack, because I can simply just overload one province, as in Granada, or even Cordoba, really get sneaky, go into my backfield, and cut me off. And that would be very, very bad for me. You know, because that's the thing. They could go into Cordoba, burn my shit down, and then just simply retreat back to Morocco. Whereas, on my hand, if they took Cordoba, I'm trapped. I'm trapped here in Granada. So it's awkward. It definitely is awkward for me. I think in this case, I do simply just want to retreat back to Cordoba, is what I'm thinking here. And the reason being, for the reasons I just stated, but also, so they can take back Granada. This is going to take 9 years anyway. I want this garrison out of this castle, and maybe what I can do on the next turn is simply just kind of rinse, wash, and repeat in a way. I can look at what they have, you know, because they're going to have to split these forces up if they want to take back Granada, right? And so if they send an army, say they send one of these half stacks to Granada, then I can look at what they have and just kind of do the same thing over again. Match their armies, take what I think and beat the army in Granada, and then take what I think and beat the army in Morocco, and just do it all over again. Now, if anything, I would love to get a reverse result of what I got last time, where, in this case, if I could get them to retreat completely from Granada without a fight, meaning they retreat the entire province, then I don't have to take the castle because there's no one here. And then if I have to fight a battle in Morocco, where, say, I bloody them a little bit, do some damage, even if I don't win this battle, then I can still just kind of retreat back to Granada and Cordoba. And I definitely like the looks of that. So I'm going to see, I'm going to see about that. And yeah, I don't want to have to fight this castle. Because, man, this castle, the more I look at it, the scarier it gets. I was looking at it, and yeah, they have catapult towers. And catapult towers is the second tier upgrade to the castles, and that's tough. That means there's going to be a catapult in every single tower surrounding that castle shooting rocks at me. That's going to be very stressful, and I'd lose a lot of men. So I do not want to have to fight a siege for Granada. If I can simply get them to retreat from that province, that'd be great. Even with my mercenary unit of siege equipment, this mangonel, still, it would be a very, very tough fight. So yeah, I'm going to try to get them to retreat from there. Still, no super duper big hurry here. I would like to wrap this up if I can, but it's no super duper big hurry. I can still spend a couple more turns trying to figure this out. In the meantime, the French and the Spanish are still at war. The French are also at war with the Germans and the English. I am friends with these French now, so that's good. Hopefully that means they won't attack me, because I'm basically completely undefended here in the north. And that goes for the Spanish as well. You know, like, hopefully they're not looking at me thinking like I'm a prize, because I need them to focus on defending against the French. I don't want the French to take Navarre, because I want Navarre for myself, and I don't want to take it from the French. I don't want to have to go to war with the French to, you know, take that province. So I want this bottleneck here eventually. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, there is like 3.5 units of Royal Knights here in Navarre, so hopefully they can hold out against these units of Hoblars. They're a decent light cav unit, so I think the Royal Knights should hold out against, yeah, the Spanish should be fine for now. What I'd really like is if they moved all of these Genites up to Navarre as well, just to guarantee that the French couldn't take Navarre. I would feel great about that, but yeah, they're not really too keen on doing that right now, and they totally could, because they have ports here. Oh, they can't, because they don't have ships. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. God damn it. I was saying that earlier in the I said that like a few episodes ago. I completely forgot. Man, just playing Shogun and like Medieval back to back, I'm forgetting the rules. So, yeah, they need boats to transport troops between two provinces that have ports in them. They still need boats to, you know, complete those provinces. So yeah, there is no movement from these provinces, between these provinces at all. Yeah, damn. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, in any case, though, on my side of things, I'm looking okay. So I'm working on the second tier of the trading post upgrade here in Castile. That is going to increase the trade income that I'm getting from this province, you know, but I am trading with Leon and Portugal, and then these places as well, Aquitaine, Brittany. Yeah, and that's it. If I got one more ship, I could trade with 3 more ports up here. That'd be really, really good, honestly. Can I get boats here? No, I cannot get boats here. But, oh yeah, I'm training a boat here, yeah. So I'm 1 turn away from having a boat finished here, and I believe that was my plan. I'm going to move that boat all the way around and get it up here to the English Channel and try to make more money that way. And yes, I will make more money from this upgraded trading post. And in addition to all of that, I'm 2 turns away from having a port finished here in Cordoba. And yeah, that's... Oh, no, do not do that. And yeah, this is going to make me more money too, because I'm already connected via my ports. It's going to be here in the Gulf of Valencia, and I'm already connected. I have my ships going all the way. I have a little mini trade line here. And the nice thing about Cordoba is that, well, Valencia and Castile both have silk as a trade resource. Cordoba has silk, but also hides. So that's a little extra thing that I can start making money off of, which is going to be really, really nice. Because a lot of these places I'm not trading with because they also have silk. Like, if I look at, what were they? There's a few of them. I want to say Genoa is one of them. Yeah, they have silk, so I'm not making money off Genoa. Corsica, I am making money off of. Sardinia, I am. What else was it? Sicily, I believe. Yeah, they have silk, so I'm not making money right now trading with them. But they don't have hides, so I can trade them hides, which will be nice. And what else is it? Yeah, I'm not trading with Greece, unfortunately. Serbia, yes, I am trading with them. They don't have silk. And the Papal States, yes. And then Venice also has silk. So by trading them hides, yeah, so there's a few provinces here that I can trade hides to and make some more money off of. So that's going to be really, really nice for me in 2 turns having that port finished here in Cordoba. Yes. All right, yeah, that's looking good. So I'm just going to continue like abandoning the north, basically, just hoping that no one attacks me. And yeah, just kind of beef up here in Cordoba. Got some more mercenaries, got some more troops down here. And yeah, we can see how the Almohads react to this, you know, with how they want to split their forces up and potentially retaking Granada. I would have to imagine they will. And then I will simply just counterattack again and just keep playing the game this way, you know, because I don't want to take unfavorable engagements and have a bad loss. Because at this point, if I have a bad loss on the battlefield, that's going to set me back a ways. So it's going to be really important to take, you know, take these battles in situations where I know I can do a lot of damage or at least, you know, gain something for the carnage that will be inflicted. Even if it is a victory, but like a tough victory where I lose a lot, I want to be able to get, you know, something that's worth it. Really, really worth it. So that's going to be the idea there. I think, other than that, I was using this princess. I just want to see what's going on between the French and the Germans. I just kind of want to keep an eye on what's going out here because I'm kind of blind. I don't really know what's going on up here. I know that the French and the Germans are at war, but who's winning? Usually it's the French, even though it's crazy. The French like just go to war with everyone and they just win somehow. I don't know how or why how that's possible. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I'm using my emissary down here to keep an eye on the Almohads king, and I have a princess here. I just want to, you know, increase my vision on the Almohads because I am at war with them. Other than that, I'm using this emissary to try to find me a wife. The Spanish don't want to wife me up, so what about the French? See if I can have her, because, yeah, I do have one son who is of age. He's 20 years old, so let's get him a wife so that he can try to potentially have sons available by the time, you know, he becomes king. That would be nice. Where is he, actually? Where is my Prince Alfonso? You are here. 4 loyalty, 3 command, 1 acumen, 3 piety, and he's greedy. Negative 10 happiness, plus 1 acumen. Okay, well, I can handle that. That is fine. And let me just remind myself about my king. 2 stars, 4 influence, 3 piety, 2 acumen. Natural leader, so plus 1 morale, or plus 2 morale and plus 1 loyalty. So the opposite of the Almohads king's trait. That's pretty good, honestly. That's pretty decent, you know. So he's not a great commander, but at least the men will fight a little bit harder for him, just because of the natural leader trait. Irritable, plus 1 dread, and that's okay. Ooh, Granada, yeah. So I don't. Okay, I would rather. See, I'm already not making money in Granada because you need to actually take the castle for that. And see, I don't want there to be. I don't want them to get more troops. That would suck because if there is a rebellion here, it would obviously be Almohad loyalists, and that would just be giving more soldiers to the Almohads, which isn't ideal. Honestly, it's also not the end of the world because giving them more soldiers will increase the upkeep that they have to pay. And that will, you know, obviously hamper them. Because right now, at this point, they're just making money off of Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Cyrenaica. And there is gold mines in these provinces. Like, they do have a gold mine complex here in Algeria. Morocco, what do they have? Yep, they have a gold mine complex there. And I don't know about Tunisia or Cyrenaica. But just based on, you know, I'm playing in the Almohads in my other campaign, Cyrenaica is dirt poor, and Tunisia has a potential for a gold mine as well. I just have to assume that they have already built that there. But they never built a silver mine complex here in Granada, which is interesting. So yeah, there is some wealth, untapped wealth here in Granada. There's some potential there, but I guess it's going to be left up to me to tap that potential. Now, one thing that I was looking at regarding, you know, spending a little bit of money here, Valencia has decent farming, and I'd say it's decent enough to where it's probably worth an improved farmland. It is expensive. It costs 1,000 florins. My God. But it would give me 812 income off of my farming alone. Now, that's not 812 additional income, so what I have to do, and that's kind of, I kind of hate how they did this, but you have to look here. What does this building give me? The 20% improved farmland. 700. Cool. So, how much more is that? So it makes 112 more from this building because it's 812. So that's how you have to, decide what you're going to make on that. And you know what? That's pretty damn good. So I will I have almost 6 grand in my treasury right now. So I would say that I can afford this. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's focus on my economy a little bit more. And yes, I will be getting more money, as I said, from the buildings that will be completed here in Cordoba, Castile, and the boat. The additional boat that's being made here in Valencia. Other than that, I think I should continue training up soldiers. I got some Genites going here in Aragon. I like that. Do I have any that are finished? No, I do not. Okay, that's totally fine. Can I hire mercenaries? Nothing too crazy there. Castile, Ooh, feudal men at arms. Okay. I'm not really gonna. I can train my own, so I think that's fine. I don't need to do that, so I'm not going to. But should I get an archer? Yeah, let's get an archer. And Cordoba. Let's keep going. Let's kind of do both. Feudal men at arms and feudal sergeants for some swordsmen and spearmen. And that's going to do for this turn. I believe I'm all set up and I'm all ready to go here. So let's just drop a save. And yeah, let's see how the Almohads respond to my little strategy here, my little gambits to see if they take the bait. Looks like the French were attacking. Yes, so the Almohads did take back Granada. That's totally fine. Disloyal generals, come on. Okay, so I need to check out my generals and see who's who. And all right, so the Pope asks for support in the form of a crusade against the French. These reprobates have offended and discomfited the Holy Father, and he calls upon all true sons of the church to chastise them mightily. You know what? No. Because they're my friends. And yeah, so the French did take a province off of the Germans, yeah. So we will see if anyone answers the call of the Pope. It's not going to be me. I'm not going to be one of them because, you know what? I got my own shit to worry about. So for all I care, go France. Whatever. I'll have to deal with them later. They will definitely get, strong, and I will have to kind of stick my nose in there and see what I can do about them. But right now, I'm not too worried about it. I got my extra boat. Let's start sending him back around this way. And yes, we can start getting him up here to the English coast. That's going to be very, very nice. And I think I'm still, one turn away before having these buildings finished here in Castile and Cordoba. And that is totally fine. So let's look at, interesting. Okay, wow. Interesting. So they really left Morocco with not much. Like really, really not much at all. So I can send a pretty meager force to retake that. Again, and it's just to clear off room. That's the issue, right? Is that anything in Morocco that's left unchecked can attack Cordoba. That's why I have to keep doing this. It's kind of annoying, but that's the way that war with the Almohads works out here. All I really want is Granada, and they brought everyone to Granada, which I'm okay with because of the reasons I found out that the king, has that trait, which is going to give -2 loyalty. And because he should end up being the leader of this army, despite the fact that there is a general here with 4 stars. I believe it is the king that will lead instead, even though he's only 2 stars. So that could be really good for me. -2 loyalty on an entire army. Now, I do obviously have to worry about the Almohad urban militias and the fact that there is 2 Gulam bodyguards I have to kill, but I would say that amongst these, 3 little stacks here of mine, I can find a composition that I'm comfortable with attacking Granada with, while at the same time also sending just a tiny little force here just to kind of push aside these Moroccan forces just to make sure they can't threaten Cordoba. Here's what I have in mind for this attack. For Morocco, I'm thinking, well, it's mostly just scraps I'm going to be sending, to be honest. The leader of this army is a 1-star, I'm guessing previous family member, Don Pedro Velazquez. yeah, 1 star. Not too great, but you know what? Natural leader, which is going to give +2 morale. There's only 5 men left in his unit, so he's not going to really accomplish much, you know, as a fighter, but then I'm just kind of sending a lot of the scraps of my mercenary units that I can't retrain anyway, like this 11-man unit of Druzina cavalry, and 11-man unit of Russ spearmen, 26-man unit of Italian infantry, decent, you know, pretty good unit, honestly. And then, yeah, a lot more scraps, but they will serve their purpose here, and they should be able to push back this really, you know, awful army that belongs to the Almohads here in Morocco. And then as far as everything else goes, yeah, I should have enough here with these 2 armies to defeat the Almohads here in Granada. So let's just go all in. And yeah, see if they can yeah, hold me back. Hold me back, bro. I doubt it. I doubt it's going to be possible. Other than that, though, I think I'm looking like I'm about ready to, let's see, I can keep, you know, I was looking at this. So, man, mercenaries that are available that actually have an armor upgrade, which is indicated by that little black shield there. That seems tempting. I mean, some militia sergeants, I don't even think that I can train those right now. So let's get them, at least. And I think I saw some other mercenaries here. Yeah, another unit of Italian infantry. They are costly, 200 florins. And then hobblers for 88. What is that? Total hiring cost 288. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that seems good. Let's just keep doing that. And I'm barely in the green as far as profits, 111. But that should increase in this next turn because of the buildings that should be finishing up here pretty soon. So, yeah, that should be okay. And taking back Granada should also be good for me. And yeah, I'm okay. I think that's going to be fine. I just want some more mercenaries available because that's the thing. Like, this is only part 1. Like, once I get rid of the Almohads and actually get a ceasefire and I'm fine, and then I have Granada, then it's all great. Well, then it's time for the Spanish, and I need troops to beat them. So, and I need to make sure that I still can maintain a decent enough force on my southern areas just to kind of make sure the Almohads honor their agreement. Because just because we get a ceasefire with them doesn't mean they can just, you know, obey that. So yeah, I need more soldiers, obviously. So that's going to be key. And yeah, I need to make sure that my economy can keep up with my support costs. So that should be that. I think there's really nothing else for me to do in this turn. So let's go ahead and drop a save and end this turn. So they are going to actually defend Morocco, and they did send some more troops there to defend it, including the king. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So this fight, the thing is that king does have that -2 morale thing, so that's going to be interesting. I am outnumbered by 30 men, and there is going to be an Almohad urban militia for me to deal with. Some camel archers, Gulam bodyguards, Heron Cav. Nothing too crazy here, honestly. The numbers are inflated because of a 100-man unit of peasants here. So if you take them out, you know, it's only 240 or 275 basically they have to face off against, ignoring their peasants. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is such a scrappy force. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's not much here. I don't even know if I can beat the king's unit because of his Gulam bodyguards. Yeah, that's going to be very, very tricky. I do have some javelins. I just don't know if my infantry can actually hold long enough to, you know, get those javelins tossed out. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. We do have some armor piercing, and I do have a little bit in the sense of militia sergeants and some urban militia, and my Druzina Cav, there's only 11 of them, but they have axes, so they have some armor piercing. So I do have some tools that I potentially can use against their Gulam bodyguards. But how do I deal with the Berber camels? I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do against them. Yeah, some more Berber camels on that side. Yeah, I don't really have much in the way of archers. 16 archers here, 28 Bulgarian brigands, and then 40 archers here. So yeah, not a lot of archer power here to shoot at their camels. So I think, gosh, I don't know. Maybe I just kind of I mean, I should be able to do a little bit of damage with my archers against their camels. So I guess I kind of just stand here. I do have a height advantage, so let's just kind of hang out, see what kind of work I can get done. And if I have to, I can send my cavalry into a charge against these javelin men down here. The Murbitten infantry are javelin men, and it looks like they're running away, so... Makes me think about going on the aggression here. Yeah, I think I want to make my way around the flanks here if I can, and try to get myself on even ground over on this side to try to fight off against that army. Now they brought up their javelin men, so let's try to get a little aggressive here and actually go after them with my cavalry on this side. And yeah, now they're going to retreat. That makes sense. So let's just kind of back up a little bit, give myself a little bit of space here. And yeah, they're going to turn right around. See, that's what's so frustrating about fighting off against javelin men. But I don't think I want to, bite into this. I want to keep working my way around the edges here. So let's try to be patient and not play into the skirmisher game that the Almohads are trying to make me. Yeah, so now they're going into a fight. Interesting. Okay. Well, if they're going to go into a fight, then let's fight their javelin men here. Let's just have my archers post up here to keep shooting at their desert archers. And with my cavalry in here, we should be able to defeat these javelin men. Looks like I am. Yep, I was able to drive off those guys there. And let's just keep pushing right on in. Let's try to get off a fight on these camels here. Even though camels do have a bonus versus cavalry, still, I think it is going to be important. Yeah, let's go fight here. Let's try to chase down these desert archers and try to apply some pressure. And let's try to bring these archers forward. And let's bring my militia sergeants forward as well. And then just put on a little bit of pressure on them here. Yeah, Berber camels are running away. We are picking some of them off. Rus spearmen are chasing away their javelin men here. And my Druzina cav are chasing down their camel archers. Looks like my guys are actually faster than them, so that is good. So it looks like we did push off their skirmish elements. Now there is a unit of Almohad urban militia that's pretty much going to take my entire army to deal with. So let's try to get into a better position here, there, and then with my center. And then I think I want to probably regroup, honestly. I mean, I do want to keep pushing off these desert archers, and I do want to I want to get rid of those Berber camels as well. Let's see, Rus spearmen. You guys can probably stop running away, or stop chasing, I should say. And what I would like to do is start getting some shots on these Almohad militias with my archers here, and then maybe send my center forward. And let's see, how about here? So I have more archers on this side. And it looks like, the desert archers turned around and they decided to fight my urban militia. And yeah, and I was wondering, because I knew desert archers would be able to beat my urban militia in combat just because they're so depleted. So yeah, they turned around, they beat me, they fought me, that's totally fine. Almohad urban militia are now taking shots in the back, which is not going to feel good for them. They're not losing too many men though, so it's nothing too crazy, nothing for them to really worry about, honestly. And yeah, if the Almohad urban militia are going to back off, then in that case, let's just keep making our way. Let's just get back up here on this hill. That's going to feel a little bit better. Here, 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 and there. And then, yeah, we're still chasing down camels. I'm just going to take my time with that. I'll make sure those camels are out of the way first. And on this side, too, I'll just, I'll wait. I'll wait until my 5 Royal Knights have defeated all those camels. And that's going to give me an advantage when it comes to the shooting. Ooh, Spearman, try to get back here. I don't want you to get charged by Saharan Cav. That's not going to feel good if that happens. So let's try to get to the safety of my men. And yeah, my urban militia on this side. Looks like they're probably not going to come back, honestly. 8 urban militia, but I'm not too worried about it. They did their job. They kind of pushed those desert archers off to the distance a little bit, so that's totally fine. Royal Knights, you can come back. Ooh, actually. Royal Knights. Do I want you to chase down javelin men? Not really, because you might get caught by the Guam bodyguards. So come back to the safety of our front lines here. And yeah, what are they going to do with these Saharan Cav? Are they just trying to screen for the Almohad Urban Militia? Now it appears that we have a sandstorm moving in, so that's going to decrease visibility by a bit, and I think that's also going to reduce the effectiveness of my archers, which is a shame because I do have a handful of archers left, and I don't think the enemy actually has any. So that's going to kind of yeah, bite me in the ass a little bit there. But you know what? I can overcome. I think. I mean, maybe I can overcome. This is going to be a scrappy little fight, but you know what? That's the king over there, so that's a prize for sure. I would like to see if I can get something done versus him. Looks like they are splitting up their armies. Peasants, archers, and Saharan Cav are off in the distance. And then what do we have here? Their two best units are right here. The Almohad Urban Militia and then the Gulen Bodyguards. Right here, dead center. And that is very, very tempting just to go straight on forward and try to swamp those two units before the rest of the army can support. That probably is the trap, though, because the supporting army in question is made up of at least partly Saharan Cav, which is, you know, a fast, light Cav unit, which will be able to come to the aid of their king very, very quickly. So this is most certainly a trap, but I'm going to go for the trap anyway. You know, sometimes it's a trap, you know, right? Because the reward is worth it. So that's one way to look at things. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can swarm the king and the Almohad Urban Militia with my center and my right flank and my cav and my militia sergeants, and then maybe use my left flank to hold off their force on this side. Maybe that might be an idea. Now it appears that their king and the Almohad Urban Militia are going to try to reunite with the rest of their army, and I wonder if I'm capable of stopping them. At least the king will get away. But maybe I can use this opportunity to surround and destroy the Almohad Urban Militia without the support from the rest of their army. That is very, very tempting. So let's see if I can kind of get into position here. I am, as I said, using my left flank to kind of screen out the rest of their forces here. And if I can just keep moving here with my center and try to keep moving here with my right flank. And are we going to catch them? Spearmen, yeah, they're running. So how about I send my cav? There we go. Got them to chase, and then let's just send everyone in here, and here. Here, go in, try to flank them on this side. Cav are going in as well. Cav is a very good counter versus Almohad Urban Militia. Archers, you can just kind of hang back. I don't need to send you in there. And I think that's everyone that I want to commit to this. So yeah, how are we doing? Are we going to win this or no? I do not know. It's going to be tough. It says the Almohad Urban Militia are winning easily. Now, we are skirmishing with the Desert Archers on this side. Do I send my Urban Militia? I think I maybe send my Urban Militia to turn around and try to, like, help out there. And Archers on this side. Yeah, it says they're winning easily. Goddamn. Yeah, just a really good unit. Just a really, really good unit. Just munching through all of my forces. Maybe Almohad Urban Militia in the back can try to rout them. Maybe. We'll see. We are, yeah, skirmishing here. That's fine. And yeah, looks like did they break? Oh, we broke them. Oh, nice. Nice. Wonderful. That is so good. That is so good. So if that's the case, let's not worry about chasing them too much. Let's just try to get reformed here, facing off against the enemy forces like this and like this. Well, we can chase them a little bit, I guess. There's still 22 left. So let's try to chase them at least until it gets a little bit too dangerous. All right, let's at this point. It's so tempting. Okay, let's move back. Let's move back here and try to reform our lines and get ready to face off against. Yeah, whoever keeps coming. Ooh, you guys need to move back. Move back, please. Stop chasing. Stop chasing. And yeah, now they're sending their peasants in, so we should be able to get some good shots on here against our peasants. And yeah, here comes the Gulen Bodyguards. So I need to get... See, this unit might be able to solo my entire army. Who knows? So if that's the case, let's get moving up here and then here quickly. And yeah, we're going to need to like get ready. Countercharge here. Militia sergeants, armor piercing, go. Urban militia, go against archers. Royal Knights, go fight there. And javelin men, throw your javelins at the king if you be so inclined. Spearmen, flank here. Bulgarian brigands. Italian infantry there, and shoot here and shoot at the Almohad Urban Militia on this side. And I think that's all I have. A Rust Spearman, you go in as well. And I think that's all I have committed. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just broke me here. But we will see. There is that -2 morale at play. Yeah, looks like my army's breaking. We haven't killed a single unit in the bodyguard. Yeah, like I said, I thought the Gulam bodyguards might be able to solo my entire army. And that does appear to be the case, unfortunately. So I will be losing this battle, and I will not be able to take Morocco. But you know what? That still makes this all worth it, you know, because I did occupy the king. I did kind of take at least one unit of Gulam bodyguards away from Granada, which is going to make that a potentially easier fight for me. Let's just end that. And yeah, so I did kill 141. I should have actually killed the 67 men that I captured. That was a mistake on my part, because since I did not win that battle, I'm not going to be able to ransom those guys away, obviously. So yeah, I made a big mistake there. I left 67 men alive that I didn't have to. I lost 260, but you know what? They were mostly just depleted mercenary units, so it was always going to be a pretty scrappy outcome. So, and that's fine. So lucky for them, since they did. Oh yeah, so they retreated, but they're still in the castle. So they did not abandon the castle. Okay. And so they captured, so they captured 107 men, and they want to know if I'm going to pay 413 to get them back. I don't know. It seems like a lot of them were mercenaries, to be honest. But if I did, see, it would be nice to get back that Royal Knight, just because he potentially could be worth it. I don't know. I don't feel like paying 413 florins just to get back mercenary units that I'm mostly just going to disband anyway. So let's not pay that. Sorry guys. I'll send your families some money. All right, port completed here in Cordoba. Castile has a merchant completed. Nice. Armor completed, so now I'll get that +1 armor to my units that I trained here in Aragon, which is awesome. And then yes, awesome, sweet. So now my oldest son has married the French princess. That's wonderful. It's very, very good. Hard sums, +1 acumen. Prince Alfonso, famously brave, +1 valor and +1 morale. Nice. And yeah, good runner for Don Pedro. So he did survive. Okay, but you know, but now it says -3 morale, so that sucks. Yeah, that does suck. But yeah, so now the king of the Almohads is here in Morocco, and now that there's a lot more men in this castle here in Granada, I potentially won't have to attack because, let's see. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Now, because there's a lot more men here, and there's a lot more mouths to feed, now it's going to take 2 turns instead of 1 turn. Or instead of like 9 turns to starve out this castle. And that includes some pretty decent units here. A 4-star General Gulam Bodyguard, 2 units of Almohad Urban Militia, 2 units of Militia Sergeants, a unit of Arab Infantry are all going to starve to death as long as I hang on to Granada for 2 more turns. Now, what that does... The issue is that I do need to send in another attack into Morocco just to hold them there so that they do not attack me here in Cordoba. Ooh, it looks like... Okay, so they have another... Is he new? Yeah, Prince Ismail. Yeah, he just came of age. Yep, they just got another son. Because I feel like that king was just... I think it was just the king for a while. Only 2 loyalty for Prince Ismail. Oh man, that's brutal. So he cannot lead his own army, otherwise he'll just go rebellion against his own father. So, yeah, that's brutal stuff. Brutal stuff. So yeah, I need to figure out how I want to do this now. Obviously, I want to leave my king along with a majority of his army here in Granada. What do we got? 748 in his army, and then 499 in this castle. So as long as I leave a full stack here in Granada, they should not try to sally out and try to fight me. So that means I can bring a full stack down to Morocco, try to push off, this army here so they don't attack Cordoba. And, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Now let's bring out this boat over to the Gulf of Cadiz, and then eventually I can bring them up to the Spanish coast. And yes, we should be making more money now. So what do we got? 574. Okay, that's not groundbreaking, I guess, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. All right. I was hoping for a bit more, I guess. Yeah, making 907 off Cordoba. That is, I mean, that is a good boost. That's a good boost. And I will be making more once I get a boat up to the English Channel. And then I will get another boost once this farm upgrade here in Valencia is completed as well. Speaking of which, I probably should get another one here in Castile because my farm income in Castile is very, very good. I'm making 745 off my farm income in Castile. My treasury is getting a little bit on the low side, but I do think that I still should probably go for it and get that going here. Yeah, I think that should be worth it. I am thinking now that it is time to probably disband the rest of these mercenaries here, because at this point, yeah, these units are just too low to really be worth their time. And even though, yeah, I'm not paying much, it does add up. So let's disband the rest of this army here. And you know, it adds up, because look at that. I'm already up to over 600 florins per turn. Yeah, just by getting rid of a few troops there. So that's pretty nice. So that feels good. Also, I'm trying to think of so one of my viewers did talk about how he likes to use his princesses, and the idea was he made it sound like he liked to use them to sort of kickstart the build of a character, essentially. Try to get a character that is useful either for battle or for governorship. And by doing so what a princess actually does when you marry it to one of your own generals is it will raise their loyalty. And what this viewer was saying was that essentially loyalty seems to be the base stat where other stats are built from. So if you get a character with good loyalty, they will start to build up other stats and other potential traits. So in this case, we have this man who actually just led that army, and because he now has the good runner trait, he's never going to be a good leader because he's going to give -3 morale to his army. So that's kind of out the window. But there's still potential that he can become a good governor at some point. He has 1 acumen and 1 dread, and maybe we can build upon that. He has 5 loyalty, which is not bad. So maybe let's just go with it. Right now, there's only 3 men left in his unit of Royal Knights. Now, eventually, what I can do eventually is build the Royal Court. It costs 1,000 florins, which is a little bit out of my price range right now. But once that's built, then I can retrain his unit and make him an effective battlefield fighter at the very least, you know. So I'm going to try it out. I mean, I'm just going to give it a go. Princess Leonor just became of age, so let's marry her to him. And I guess that doesn't happen right away. Okay, yeah, we'll just have to wait till the end of this turn. That's fine, yeah. Other than that, I did bring a few troops to reinforce here in Granada, and I'm just going to try to fight this in Morocco. I expect they will probably retreat from this, but we will see. And I don't think there's anything else I want to do here. Yeah. I don't really want to build anything. I mean, I do want to build stuff in Cordoba, but I don't really want to spend the money on it right now. So I'm gonna hang tight for now. I'm just gonna hang tight, and I'm gonna keep exploring Europe with this princess up here. And let's see, you as well. I have an emissary just kind of hanging out. I don't have any sons who are of age yet. I have Prince Sancho, which is 2 years away. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just let this emissary hang out, and once Prince Sancho becomes of age, then I will just send my emissary out to find a wife for him. So, all right, that's all looking good. Let's drop a save and let's end this turn and see what happens here with the Almohads. So, as expected, they did retreat from Morocco. And that feels pretty good. It looks like... yeah, so there is some forces that are still in the castle. And that is okay. I don't really need to take Morocco. And let's see, the Pope has died. Alright, so the French are no longer excommunicated, because that's what happens when the Pope dies. That kind of resets that whole thing, so good for the French. And yeah, one more turn before this castle in Granada falls. That's going to feel very, very good. And Saint Relic on display. The brain of Saint Eustace, as uncorrupted by the passage of years as the rest of his mortal remains, will surely become a notable relic once it has been properly sealed in a jeweled reliquary, so that its holy perfection will be preserved. Pilgrims from all across northern Italy will surely flock to see this wonder, raising the zeal of the entire region. So northern Italy gets an increase to their zeal. That's not really pertinent right now because it looks like no one's really crusading, so no one's really taking soldiers from armies, and that's pretty much the only purpose of zeal, from what I understand. And dualist heresy, a fanatical sect of heretics, the followers of the priest Bogomil, is on the rise. These Bogomils hold to the errant belief of dualism, that the material world is evil and the spiritual world is good. They reject the truth that God created the world, the sanctity of marriage, and the church's authority. The foul heretics are currently gaining support in Bulgaria and Wallachia. So the idea with heretics, my understanding is that's just another religion that pops up on the province screen. So in addition to like Judaism and Orthodoxy and Catholicism and Islam, there's also like a heretics thing, which I think that just kind of builds up to where if it goes unchecked, it becomes like a uprising or whatever. The way you check it is that you get your priests out. Whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or whatever, you have to get your priests eventually to start working on increasing your religion in your provinces, so you don't have to deal with heretics. And I think that's it. I think that's like all that mechanic, like that's as deep as it goes. So not too big of a deal. And the Germans are looking to be my friends, but they are at war with the French, so screw you. Sorry, Germans. And so that wedding went through, so that's good. And I forgot about the homelands. So I scored 5 points off of the homelands objectives for the glorious achievements, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably still in last place. 16 points, and I'm still above the Spanish. Poor guys are only at 9. And there's obviously, it looks bad, right? It looks bad. I'm quite a bit behind a few of these factions here, but it's not something that I'm really too worried about right now because I got kind of more pressing issues. I'm focusing on this, obviously. So, I am keeping my eye on the Crusade to Antioch. Eventually, that's something I want to take. And I have time. I really do think I have time. I have 54 years before I have to complete that. So that's quite a bit of time. And I do have to build a church and then a chapter house and a couple more boats and then an army. And then I can take it. So definitely it's going to require a little bit of build up. I'd say around 1170 is when I would start to go like, okay, all right, I need to get on it. So, but that still gives me 20 years, That still gives me 20 years to try to figure out. The Almohad situation should be sorted out very, very soon, honestly. Ooh, it looks like there was a civil war with the Almohads. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. Okay, in that case, so this is going to take 5 years to hold out, so I'm not going to take Morocco, and that's fine. I don't want it. Send the emissary to try to talk to the Almohad king right now, because right now, this is what I want. This is really what I want. I'm going to hang out here with this army just for now, just try to keep a presence here. But if I can get that, there's going to be a civil war, and right, it was that crappy little son, Prince Ismail. Right? Is it not? No, it's Sir Muhammad al-Mutamid. Yep, it's Prince Ismail. Yeah. Oh, man. 0 loyalty, 1 command. All right, interesting. Very, very interesting. We will see who comes out on top here. If it's him, not much to worry about. He has 1 command. What's his other traits? Killer instinct, +2 valor, +1 dread, strange, -1 morale. So, Not as bad as his dad with a -2 morale, but -1 morale is still pretty bad, and -10 happiness is going to make it so that if he becomes king, it's still going to be difficult for him to keep his own people, in check. So this is going pretty well for me. I'm going to take Granada, and hopefully I should be able to get a ceasefire with whoever becomes, the head of the Almohads, and then that's that. At that point, they probably should be 2 weeks to really even think about going north and messing with me. And then I can turn my attention to the Spanish. And yeah, honestly, like maybe I can just kind of blitz the Spanish off. I hate their armies. I hate that I have to fight, against like 6 Genites just alone in Leon. That's it. It's just 6 Genites. It's so crappy. Oh dear. Yeah, that's going to be something I have to deal with. But you know what? For the time being, I just have to clear out the remaining garrison here in Granada and, get that ceasefire with the Almohads. And that's going to feel very, very good. I think I'm ready. Yeah, I can bring this boat up here and then move everyone along. And ta-da, now we got a boat in the English Channel. That should help out as well with my economy. Yeah, I'm making 519. Let's try to boost those numbers up a bit. Working on that improved farmland here in Castile. That's also going to help out by a little bit as well. And 1 turn before my improved farmland is finished here in Valencia as well. So that's going to be very, very nice. And hopefully that's, going to be enough economy for me to turn my attention to fighting the Spanish. Because really all I want, once I get that ceasefire with the Almohads, I'm fine with sticking 2 peasants in a castle in Granada and then just keeping a garrison army here in Cordoba just to keep an eye on the Almohads. That way, if they do attack Granada, fine. I'll retreat to my castle and then just counterattack with my army here in Cordoba. And that is going to be totally fine. Well, in the meantime, I can continue to build up armies. I'd probably just go straight for 3 armies, to attack Portugal, Leon, and Navarre all at the same time. And I have enough troop production now to where it shouldn't take too long to accomplish that. Obviously, I'm still training up things as is. And I still can get mercenaries going as well. Not here in Castile. Are there any mercenaries available in Valencia? Yeah. So these are just the units that I just disbanded. So, yeah, I don't want them because they're all just, dilapidated, crappy units. And what about Aragon? Nothing really is there. But, I can keep training soldiers, obviously, in the provinces that I already do have. So it shouldn't take me too long before I'm ready to attack the Spanish. Hopefully, at least. Hopefully. And French, you better not take Navarre. I'd be super, super, super disappointed if that was the case. What do you have here? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. They probably won't be attacking Navarre. Just because Navarre, that's, 3.5 units of Royal Knights is pretty scary stuff, indeed. So that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. I've been Conostep, and this has been Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.